Officer, when I'm on a call and I have reasonable suspicion, I have the right to ID everyone I'm talking to.
I don't have to ID
Let me explain everything and stop interrupting me.
Unless you...
The longer you interrupt me, the longer we're going to be here. All right?
Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Well, then don't act like one.
I'm not.
Here we go.
Officers approached a woman who was simply sitting in her legally parked vehicle. Without witnessing any crime or violation, the officer immediately began asking questions and demanding ID. But this woman knew her rights and refused to cooperate, because she wasn't doing anything wrong or breaking any law. Still, the officer continued to intimidate her, even when her brother calmly explained why they were there and what they were doing, but the officer only wanted her ID. When she refused again, the officer's ego got bruised, and that's when he started threatening to take her to jail.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm Officer Leonard Metro. We're just wondering what you were doing here.
I don't answer questions.
Okay, why not?
I have a right not to.
Okay, well look, you do. Let me explain a few things, okay? I'm a police officer.
All right.
Okay. This is my area, this is my zone. I'm here all the time.
Yeah,
okay?
Hermitage.
Yes. And I'm here in this particular parking lot quite often, and I just don't usually see a Jeep here. And I was just wondering what you're doing, because it's weird to me there's a Jeep here that's usually not here. That's why I'm making contact with you.
I'm not...
If you're not doing anything wrong, we got nothing to worry about.
I'm not obligated to help you with your investigation.
You are obligated to talk to me as a police officer. Okay? I have the right to ask you simple questions.
Yes,
such as,
you do.
What are you doing here?
I have a right to refuse to answer them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then I have a right to ask for your ID.
For what reason?
Because you're refusing to cooperate with me.
So you want to do something punitive to me?
Nope.
You want to punish me?
I just want to figure out who you are.
On video,
I
right?
didn't.
You just told me that.
Nope.
You said because I didn't want to do what you wanted, that's you were going to punish me.
I did not. Those are your words, not mine.
That's exactly what happened.
You know, this goes a lot easier if we just are nice with each other.
It would be. Why don't you leave me alone? I'm not doing anything wrong.
So then tell me what you are doing here.
It's none of your business.
Do you work here?
It really is not. Any of your business.
Do you have anything to do with this building?
I'm not breaking a law.
Okay.
Now, you can do your investigation, but I'm not going to aid you in it. Period.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you do understand that because you're here, I have no idea who you are and why you're here.
You don't need to.
I have the right to detain you.
I'm on private property. Well, detained is the same as arrested, so what am I arrested for?
It's not the same. Detained just means you can't leave.
Basically,
nope.
It is.
You don't go in handcuffs and you're detained.
What am I detained for? What crime?
Because you're refusing to cooperate with me right now. And you have
I don't have to. I don't have to communicate with you. I don't have to cooperate with you.
Man, just tell me what you're doing here.
It's none of your business.
That's all this is about.
It's none of your business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then let me see your driver's license.
For what cause?
Because I don't.
Because I don't answer your questions.
Because I have a reason.
So you want my driver's license.
I have a reason to believe that you are here and you're not supposed to be here.
What?
That is what's called reasonable suspicion.
What's the reason? Because I'm in a parking lot.
Yes.
So
and you are normally
you
not here.
can go in any private parking lot and harass people.
That's not what I'm doing.
That's exactly what you're doing.
Those are your words, not mine.
And you're pouting because you're not getting your way.
I'm not pouting.
So you're going for my ID like a pussy.
I have a right to ask for anyone's ID I come in contact with.
You can ask anything.
Okay. Can you step out of the car for me?
For what?
You're not going to be placed in handcuffs, but you are being detained.
For what?
I would feel more comfortable if you stepped out of the car. Okay?
For what?
Step out of the car.
You're not going to arrest me, so
I'm
why
not
do I
going to
need to get out of the car?
I need you to get out of the car.
For what reason?
So we can have a conversation.
Please get your supervisor.
We need to have a conversation.
We need to talk to your supervisor.
And we can make that happen.
Get your supervisor. Please call your supervisor.
I will do that once you hand me your ID. I'll make that deal with you.
Please call your supervisor.
Ma'am, I need to know who you are.
Please call your supervisor.
Is this person here related with you? Why are you being so difficult with me?
It's not difficult. I'm not obligated to do your investigation. I don't care about your investigation. I'm sitting here trying to be in a parking lot, and you're fucking with me.
I'm not. Have I told you anything wrong? Have I told you anything bad? Have I said anything? Everything that's bad has happened from your words, not mine. Hey, Moss. Is he with her?
Yeah.
Hey, sir. I'm Officer Leonard. Me and my partner were in body cameras. Look, she's being extremely difficult with me. I'm just trying to have a conversation with her, okay?
I can't help it.
Look, let me just tell you why we're here. This is my area, okay? There's usually not a car parked here, and I just wanted to speak with her and figure out what she was here, why she's here. That's all it's about. And she's refusing to answer my questions.
I'm here every night, midnight at 1 o'clock.
Okay, do you clean the building?
No, I'm here to pick this shit up and this right here and carry it to Knoxville.
Okay.
Every night. Been doing this for 5 years.
Okay. Do you guys look? I have no reason to believe that you're not telling me the truth. Okay. All I need.
I promise you, I just unlocked that door with this key.
You have a key for the building?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I just went in and got my shit.
Okay.
This is my job.
Okay. And
Some
again,
people have a job.
thank you. I believe you. I do too. Now, understand from my point of view, just being the zone officer, I'm here all the time. I normally don't see a car parked here. It was just a little bit weird. That's called what we call reasonable suspicion in my job. Okay. When I have that, I have the right to talk to people, ask a couple questions, figure out what's going on, and as long as everything checks out, we all go on our way. That's all this is.
We don't have to answer a single
You
question
do.
that you
You are
ask.
wrong.
No, we don't have to answer your questions.
You do.
No.
As a police officer, I have that authority.
You can ask me anything you want, but I'm not obliged to tell you anything.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you? Can I please have it? Okay. Sir, do you know who she is? Is she with you?
Yeah, she's my sister.
Please do
Okay.
not.
I'm going to hang on to this until I get hers. So the sooner she gives me her ID, the sooner we can all be on our way.
I ain't done nothing.
What's your suspicion now? So he's explained everything to you, so what are your suspicions about me?
As a police officer, when I'm on a call and I have reasonable suspicion, I have the right to ID everyone I'm talking to.
I don't have to ID
Let me explain everything and stop interrupting me.
Unless you charge me with a separate crime, you cannot get me for failure to ID because it's none of your business.
The longer you interrupt me, the longer we're going to be here. All right?
Don't talk to me like I'm a child.
Well, then don't act like one.
I'm not.
Here we go. Again, ready? I have his ID. Because I have reasonable suspicion to talk to you, I need your ID. The sooner you give it to me, the sooner we can all be on our way. That's all this is.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, give me your ID and I will.
Can you call your supervisor, please? What's your name, badge number? Employee
This is
number?
Officer Moss. He's training.
asking him.
He is training.
Thank you.
Officer Moss, 40111.
Thank you.
Are you guys
Can you
sovereign
please call your
citizens or something?
supervisor?
Is that what this is?
Soft shit, not
Sovereign
not,
citizens.
Not bowing to
Is
your
that what
will
this
does
is?
not make somebody a soft cit.
Okay.
That's my job.
And I believe you. Do you know why she's being so difficult with me?
I have no idea.
Okay, all I need is her ID. That's
It's none of
it.
your business.
Ma'am, what's your ID? Where is it? Okay. 17, Charles. Can you start me one more car? 28 Tennessee Tag Boy, Nora Queen, 7683. Tell me who that comes back to. Sir, look, I'm being reasonable here. I'm not trying to get anybody hemmed up for anything. I just need to get her ID. That's all it is. That's all it is. You've been cooperative. I appreciate that. Coach who's fine. He's got a lady who's maybe a sovereign citizen over here.
What's your definition of a sovereign citizen?
Sovereign citizen is someone who just doesn't cooperate with police. They don't think they have to. They
Okay.
think rules and laws don't apply to them.
They do. I don't know why you think I'm a soft cit.
Okay, look. Can you give me your ID?
No.
Why not?
It's none of your business.
It is my business.
It's an overreach.
It's not
of
an
your
overreach.
Power when you don't have any suspicion that I've committed a crime. This
Go
has
ahead.
become 100% your ego.
It's not.
This is all your ego.
Can you verify that? Ma'am, you understand that it's my policy of my department to identify anybody I come in
I don't care
contact
about
with.
policy. I care about law.
So the policy follows law,
I don't have to abide by your department's policies. I
which
go by
follows
law.
the state
I
laws.
go by the law.
Okay.
And the law is I don't have to ID to you. Your policy doesn't mean shit to me.
Ma'am, you do understand that if you refuse to ID yourself, I have to take you to jail.
If you want to arrest me for a separate crime, you can arrest me that as a secondary charge. But it's not a charge in itself.
There's no charge initially. We're just having an encounter with you just to see what's
Right.
going on. And if you would just give me your ID, I could ID you and
Did
get
you call
you
your
out of here.
supervisor?
Not yet, because you haven't given me your ID.
I have asked over and over for a supervisor.
You've asked me twice.
That's what they're for.
You've asked me twice.
I asked you too. Will you call a supervisor?
We'll call one in just a minute, okay?
We'll call one in just a second.
We're gonna get.
I got a job to do regardless.
And the longer she doesn't give me her ID, the longer you're not going to do your job.
I'm going to go do my job. That's my
Let me
job.
run your ID, okay? we're going to, while we do this, we're going to TLO her. We'll find her that way.
Hey, kick, let's help her.
She can't hear us.
Go ahead, man.
Boy, no queen.
Bridget, need more cars out there for that 75?
7683.
It's looking like it's going to be a command.
Todd Harrison.
Team 4, I'll head out there with you. I'm not too far. Appreciate it, man.
You ever dealt with one of these people before?
We'll hit up
You ever dealt with someone like this
Bridget,
before? No. Okay. He doesn't have any history here. He's got one incident. I'm going to run him his DL and TBI, just make sure he's good to go. Yeah, it's him. He's valid. He's got no TBI. He's got no outstanding warrant. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's free to leave. I'm just going to have him verify because he said he was inside the building, so. Hey, dude. So, we were just making rounds, this area, you know, whatever. Yep. We're making a round across the street, 800 Royal.
Yep.
I see this Jeep parked as it is. I'm just like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I usually see a Jeep parked here.
Yeah.
I initiated 40 Paul Victor, go make contact with her. She's like, I don't have to answer your questions. I'm like,
He's
okay.
detained right now.
So I told her she's detained. While we're talking to her, this gentleman comes out the door, gives me his ID. She's telling me she doesn't have to give me her ID, that she doesn't have to cooperate with my investigation. And I'm telling her the sooner she gives me her ID, the sooner I can let her cut her loose and get her out of here.
She's detained.
She's just refusing. Yeah. So she's demanding a supervisor. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So that's all it is.
Is it her car?
No. I think it's his. Hey, Todd, is this your car? It is? Okay. You want to try talking to her? I'm going to talk to him.
Okay.
Hey, Todd, real quick. So you said you were inside the building. I believe you. You said you have the key. Is it one of those scan cards? Can you just show me it works, and then we're good?
This time of night. Most of the time it's a little earlier because I don't get caught up in this stuff here.
Well,
it works real good. And I open it like that. And
perfect. Here's your ID back. Look, I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I don't usually see a car here, and I need her ID. That's all it is. I got to get her ID.
She's driving for me right now.
Okay.
I've had some issues. I got pulled over up here at the light the other night. Y'all said I was sitting in the middle of the road. Somebody did. With three of those cars. But anyway.
Do you have any reason why she'd be difficult with me? Like does she have any warrants or anything like that? No. She's not on papers or of any kind? No. Then why is she being difficult?
She's just that way. It's about her rights and things.
Okay.
And
can you reason with her and are able to get her ID for me? Because the sooner I get her ID, the sooner I can get you guys out of here.
She ain't gonna come up. I'll cover that.
Okay. Well, I need to get her ID.
I'm not. You're interrupting. I'm silent.
Ma'am. Me and Todd here, we're fine. But I need to get you ID'd. We can be fine if I can get your ID. That's all it is.
What crime are you going to charge me with?
I've already gone over this with you twice, and my partner here just explained it to you. You're here on private property.
State of Tennessee, I do not have to give you my ID unless I'm charged with a separate crime.
That's not true.
It is
You're being detained for a crime.
You're being detained for reasonable suspicion, which means you do have to give me your ID.
No, I don't.
Yes, it does.
No, RISE doesn't work in Tennessee.
Okay, well then you can be charged with resisting a stop.
No, I haven't resisted any stop.
You're resisting right now.
You're on video.
I'm resisting your wants and wishes. I'm going by the law.
We're sitting in the parking lot where nobody else is, okay?
Exactly, and I've explained this to you both.
Right.
Normally, I don't see your car here.
When you know what
if you give me your ID and I can get you ID, we'll be out of here. Nope, I have to do this. I have to do this.
No, fuck your ego.
Okay.
It's not an ego thing. It's a protocol.
It isn't.
It is.
No, it's your protocol to ask for it, but that doesn't mean I have to give it to you.
Yes, it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
Call your supervisor.
He's
Either
gonna
arrest
tell you the same
me for
thing.
a separate crime. Do what you need to do.
So we need to give
You
him a
already know we've been talking this to death.
And you want him here because why? You don't think you have the, you don't think you have to give me your ID?
Because you're full of shit. So we
Okay.
need somebody better than you in charge.
Okay.
That's what they're there for.
Okay. I'll get my supervisor en route.
Thank you.
And he'll tell you the same thing I did. 17 Charles, 210 Charles. What's up? Yeah. 17 Charles to any C detail supervisor. Gotta get one of you to respond to the scene. My citizen is requesting a supervisor.
One airport drive is interested.
10-4. Hello? Hey. Basically I was patrolling Airport Center, Royal Parkway, just doing extra patrols, and I saw across the street in 801 Royal, there's a Jeep just kind of hanging out in the parking lot of this like office building that I don't normally see. So I rolled up on it, initiated 40 Paul Victor, started talking. There's a woman in the driver's seat. I ask her what she's identify, you know, do the greeting, tell her I'm recording. She tells me she doesn't have to answer any of my questions. I tell her she does. I ask her why she's being here. She's just staring at me, starts recording me. Basically is just being very resistant to my questions, which was just to figure out why she's here. While we're talking, a guy comes out of the building. He says he has a key to the building, shows me it works, it does. I get him ID'd, he gives me his ID right away. He's got no history. She's basically just saying that because, I mean, I have reasonable suspicion that she's here doing something because there is normally not here. I don't ever see this car here. And I tell her, I'm explaining that because I have reasonable suspicion, I have the right to request her ID, and she's like, no, you don't. You only have the right to ID me if you to charge me with a separate charge or something like that. She has no idea what she's talking about. And Malone's here now, and he's explained the same thing to her, and she's asked for a supervisor multiple times. And now she's demanding to come here because she needs someone here who can explain to her that I have the legal right to get her ID from her. That's more smart than I am, according to her. So.
None of your business.
801 Royal Parkway. I haven't looked at that yet. I can. I mean, the guy told me that they're here, they come here every night, and they pick up a check or some items from inside, and then they leave, which I have every reason to believe him because he showed me that his key card to the building works, and he unlocked the building for me, and it opened and all that stuff. But she's just refusing to give me her ID. Correct. He only has a single incident. Hold on. Hey, Holmes, can you see for the trespass waiver at 801 Royal?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is about trespass waivers is he's saying that they're supposed to be here and get the check, which if that's true, I mean, he showed me he does have a check in his hand. It's in an envelope, and he does have a key to the building. So what he's saying is true. So I don't think I can even get him for trespassing. But I had no idea what it was when I got here, and the reason.
What is this? Yeah, I'm not saying he enforced the trespass waiver here, but that falls into the reason why you stop talking.
Right. He only has one moving violation his entire history. I'm going to try TLOing him and see if I can get, because he's... No. But he's told me that this woman who's out here is his sister. In which case, if they are, I might be able to ID her through TLO. she's just being very, very difficult. And I've asked her, I'm like, why are you being difficult? Are you a sovereign citizen? And then she took that offensively. She didn't know what a sovereign citizen was. And it's just weird. Anyway, she's just being difficult. That's all it is. I tried avoiding calling you. Did they get back to you about a trespass waiver? Or Holmes?
Not yet.
They haven't gotten back to him? I'm about to pull him up in TLO. I mean, I've been nothing but nice to her. Immediately she was like, why are you trying to punish me? And I told her I'm not trying to punish you. And then she said, you just told me you're trying to punish me. And I said, no, I didn't. You literally are the only one that has said the word punish since I've been here. Like, you're just putting words in my mouth. I mean, she's just playing the game. So that's all it is. Oh wait, what am I doing? And again, I tried avoiding calling you, but she's been persistent and requested you multiple times.
800 has one, but not 801.
So there's no trespass waiver here?
No.
Alright. Yeah, there's no trespass waiver.
Alright, I'll be out there in a little bit.
Okay. Bye. Sarge is en route. I think I might have found her. I don't know if this is her. Wait, what? Why would it give me... Oh, this is her. Yeah. Here she is. Let's see if this is her. Yep,
Sure is.
that's her. She's valid. No warrants in county. Joe Harrison. His name is Todd, so it's not him. Different date of birth, definitely not him. He's wanted. That's all it is a different Harrison. So we've got her ID'd. Call Sarge back.
For no reason.
Yeah, but she's still refusing to give me her ID, which is still a chargeable offense.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Hey, real quick, I've got her ID'd. I found her through TLO. Wait, sorry. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, I've got her ID'd. I found her through TLO, and she's, oh my God, she's got nothing in her history. She's just being, it looks like she's just being difficult to be difficult. So I'm gonna explain that I've got her ID'd, and now that I know why they're here, like, they're both free to leave since I got her ID'd. But I mean, I don't know if you still, if I do that and she still wants to talk to you, do you still want to respond, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, you can just tell her that she's free to leave, and I wouldn't even go into it if you've got her ID. I mean, you
Yeah. I got you. I'll go talk to her. All right. Bye. All right, ma'am. Both free to leave.
Can you apologize?
I have no reason to apologize.
Can you admit you were wrong?
I wasn't wrong, ma'am. I need you to understand that when a police officer has reasonable suspicion, the law states we have the right to ID people.
No, you don't.
We do.
Or you would be doing it right now.
Here's what I encourage you to do, okay?
Do it right now.
I already have. I've asked you for your ID at least 10 times, and you've refused every time.
Right.
So
And then you punitively detain me.
that's not
because you know I'm
that's
not
not punitive. So
yeah, that's punitive.
I encourage you to look up the statute about that.
I encourage you to.
Whenever you leave.
You're the one that's supposed to know.
And I do know.
Then you're either lying to me or you're ignorant to it.
Okay.
You choose which one looks
You can
best
believe
to
whatever you want to believe. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going
All
to tell
right.
you otherwise.
Bye, everybody.
But you and Todd are free to leave.
Thank you.
I got her ID through TLO. She's clean. She's got absolutely no history. She's just being difficult.
Yeah,
to be
she's
difficult.
being. Yeah. I was like, dude, she got warrants or something.
That's what I thought,
What's
too.
going on? But I mean,
That's how the sovereign citizens
yeah.
go, though. They just
But,
want to
I mean,
get a rage at somebody.
how'd you ID it? Through him?
TLO. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. They have history.
His relationships, because I got his. He just gave me his ID.
Yeah.
Pulled him up. Looked at the first person with the same last name that was around the same age.
Yeah.
She was the first person that pulled up.
Easy enough. Craig, like, I'm not coming up there.
No, Craig just said just tell her she can leave, and then if she just leaves, then let him know.
Yeah.
Which she is.
There you go. He's it's been a minute since I've dealt with a sovereign citizen. So.
He'll be famous on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Serge, she left. Yeah, I told her she could leave. She asked me to admit that I was wrong and apologize, and I tried to explain the TCA, and she wasn't having it, so she left.
A complaint about an officer around September, and I wanted to get the outcome of my complaint.
Sure, yeah. Can I get your name?
I go by Reba, R-E-B-A.
Mm-hmm. And who is the officer that you made the complaint on? Do you know, or was it an unknown officer?
It was Leonard, L-E-H-N-E-R-T. I think it's how you spell it. I think it might be Timothy.
Okay. All right. Can I put you on hold for just a moment, or can I do a little bit of research? Reba, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So apparently, that case has been concluded, and Officer Leonard was suspended 5 days with 2 different charges. He had a deficient or inefficient performance of duties.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm trying to write this down. I have concluded. Okay. Concluded. Officer Leonard, he was suspended 5 days without pay, right?
Well, 5 days. Whenever they're suspended, they can choose to either take it without pay or they can take vacation days.
Okay, or paid time off?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it comes out they have to use their vacation days
To cover
they
it?
lose those vacation days because of the time off. It ends up being the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
They just don't. The difference is like he doesn't go in unpaid status for a little bit, but he does lose days.
Yeah. Oh, what were the 2 charges?
The 2 charges that he was sustained for was a deficient or inefficient performance of duties.
Deficient performance of duties. Okay.
And knowledge of law.
Lack of or not using
Knowledge. No, that's the policy is 5.110 knowledge of law, which more or less is, I can actually read you what the policy says on that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I love that.
Stand by 1 second. Knowledge of law simply says sworn personnel are required to remain knowledgeable on all matters that pertain to criminal process. Information concerning such will be available to all personnel through official memorandum, in-service training, and roll call training.
Okay.
An officer acting in objective good faith in any criminal process situation will be presumed not to have violated this order.
Okay.
So more or less just saying that we need to keep up to date on what the laws are and things like that in just criminal process.
Right, exactly. So this won't happen. So this kind of stuff doesn't happen, you know?
Ideally, yes.
Well, that's great. I don't think I have any other questions. Do you have anything else?
Me, or are you talking to someone else?
I was talking to you. Do you have any more?
Oh, no. Yeah, you should, unless this case was like an anonymous complainant, which I remember whenever this case came in. Usually we contact the complainant, let them know, but I don't know if we had a way to contact you or not.
I thought I gave you I thought I gave you my phone number, but it's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind calling back.
Yeah, typically once these cases become concluded, the administrative assistants are really good about sending out letters, kind of disposition letters about what'll happen with the case.
Yeah.
So, but no, it has been officially concluded.
Great. Thank you so much.
Investigation sustained the charges.
Great. Thank you so much, Officer Gibson.
Hey, you're welcome. Have a good day.
You do too. Bye-bye.
The woman later filed a complaint against Officer Leonard, and as a result, he was suspended for 5 days without pay, a clear consequence for not understanding the basic legal boundaries of his authority. Under Tennessee law, specifically Tennessee Code, and reinforced by the U.S. Supreme Court ruling in Terry v. Ohio, a citizen is not obligated to provide identification unless the officer has reasonably articulable suspicion that a crime has been, is being, or is about to be committed. In this case, the officer had no evidence of a crime, no witness to wrongdoing, and no illegal behavior observed. Despite that, he kept pressing the woman to surrender her ID, trying to intimidate her into giving up her rights. Her brother had already provided his own ID, explained their presence, and was completely cooperative. Yet the officer kept targeting the woman, threatening her with jail simply because she refused to waive her constitutional rights. Eventually, they ran her name and found she was completely clean. No warrants, no criminal record, not even a citation. Still, the officer falsely claimed that refusing to show ID was a chargeable offense, which it is not under Tennessee law without probable cause. When the officer told them they were free to go, the woman asked for an apology. But instead of admitting fault, the officer walked away and started laughing with his fellow cops, mocking her for knowing her rights. This wasn't law enforcement. It was ego enforcement. And it proves one thing. Some officers don't want lawful cooperation. They want unquestioned control.